What's up, gamers? It's me, Thighgraine, and today we're going to be talking about my review of Pokemon Scarlet / Violet. Now, I played Violet, and it was a pretty good game, like, story-wise, I should say. Uh, I'm not going to be delving too much into spoilers, except I might touch on a little bit of the stuff that happens post-game. Not like actual post-game, but like, post the main three stories. So let's just jump right into it. Now let's just start with the main story of it, which is what I'm going to be focusing on, not the performance issues. The performance issues are, it's bad. So I actually loved the story. I know liking the story in a Pokemon game is like kind of weird because they're just kind of basic most of the time. Last good story I remember was Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. Actually, maybe Alola, like Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon stuff. But other than that, I haven't had a good time with the Pokemon story since a while, like 6 years. And Violet really turned that around for me. I loved Violet's story. I loved how well, like, everything was just all connected together and it came together. I remember I was watching a Trash Taste episode and they were talking about Game of Thrones and how the final season, as bad as it was, one of them enjoyed it because it felt like everything that they've been building up all just came together. And that's what it felt like playing the final, like, chapter. Everything you've done so far, beating Nimona, taking down the Titans, taking down Team Star, it's all built up to this one culmination of a massive plot twist. And I thought it was wonderful. Like, don't get me wrong, I hated some of the gameplay. Like, I hated that, you couldn't just see trainers and immediately engage in battle, because then I lost all incentive to battle them. Like, I think I battled maybe 2 wild trainers in my entire playthrough. And I'm always gonna speak out against, like, how the new rivals choose the things that are weak to your Pokemon instead of strong against. But that's just because I grew up with old Pokemon and that's what they did. It might change within like 20 years. People will be like, oh, back in my day, they chose what you were weak, what you were good against, and when they change it back or something, I don't know. But, yeah, you get the idea. It's a massive game. Like, when my friend bought it for me, I did not expect to have as much fun with it as I did. Now, here comes a bit of a complaint, aside from the performance issues. Like how every time you walk into something that has more than like 3 things on screen, everything just drops frame rates. No. One of my complaints is the post-game content of the 6-star and like 7-star raids. I love me a good challenge, but I don't know. It gets kind of boring after like your 3rd or 4th like 6-star raid. Might be my opinion. I don't know. I'm a bit of a casual Pokemon player. Like, I don't play to complete the deaths. I don't play to, like, get, like, the craziest level Pokemon. I don't play to breed. I just play to enjoy the game. So, that's my take as a casual player, someone who doesn't grind too much. Like, my buddy, he achieved, like, 50 hours within having it, a few days of having it. And he was, like, insane with it. It was crazy. It was, yeah, it was a really good experience, and I think that it might be one of the best Pokemon games in a while. I just hope that we get some new Nintendo console or something before the next one, because if we keep going with this hardware and Pokemon keeps trying to step it up, eventually it's just not gonna fit. The next Pokemon game, no matter how good you're gonna try to make it, it'll look like shit if the hardware isn't enough to handle it, you know? All in all, pretty great game. And I'm keeping this review a little bit short because, I don't know, it's not something I have much to speak about. It's not like I have to review the entire story. Like, you know the main story. It's like, you gotta fight them all, you gotta beat the gym leaders, gotta beat the, Elite Four, win the championship. But I do like that they included different routes, like Team Star. I don't like them. Like, I get the whole ideas, like, bullying and all that shit, but I don't know. I didn't find them that compelling because I'm a big fan of the old teams where they're just straight up actual, like, evil organizations and all that shit. Um, Arvin was weirdly bipolar. Like, I first encountered him and he was just like, oh. I don't know if I have, like, reading comprehension still, negative, like, 500. But Arvin seemed really pissy when you first meet him. And then later on, he's just like, ugh, ugh. Well, hey there, it's my friend, Damien, the Pokemon trainer. I'm like, weren't you just throwing a fit? It's a weird experience. But, all in all, pretty great fun. This is one of those, like, actual pay attention to story games, because that's what the main focus is obviously on. It's not on the gameplay, because try as you might, you can't deny that Pokemon gameplay is incredibly repetitive, it's incredibly boring, and, it's not about the, like, crazy graphics or anything, because we already know that. But, yeah, I appreciate you checking out this video. If you made it this far in the video, comment something like, I don't know, Violet was great, and I'll, heart comment. Even if you just comment, I'll probably heart it. And don't forget to subscribe. I don't know how to do the whole funny subscribe script where it's just like, hey, you just press the red button down there and you can check me out whenever you want. Unsubscribe at any moment if you don't want to enjoy the content anymore. I don't know how to do that whole script, but I think it might be a white button now. Just press it. You'll do yourself a little bit of solid. Adds like 3 inches on your dick. Or takes 3 away if you're into that. Anyways. Adios, people.